Yo, what's up? Getting ready to get out and get moving, do some stuff again. I want to talk to you today about being autotelic. This is an idea that I basically just picked up a little bit ago. And the idea is that you can, in being alone, in being by yourself, in being out in the world and doing the things that you want to do, you can transcend yourself in a way that allows you to be more focused. Okay? So I spent basically like 6 years of my life, more or less, being very, very hyper-focused, right? Doing the things that I wanted to do, going the places that I wanted to go, taking the actions I wanted to take. And I wasn't really surrounded by a whole lot of people. And if I was, they were people that I chose, right? Good people. People who have their stuff together. People who are doing what they want to do. People who are open. People who are free. People who are making decisions that they want, doing things that they want, going places that they want, right? And a lot of times, this gets in the way. And you got to say, okay, I'm not doing that right now. There's an idea I picked up. It was really in my room today. Just do one thing. There's a book called The One Thing, and I didn't finish this book. I don't know why I didn't finish this book. I didn't think I liked it at the time, but I was about 3/4 through, and what I noticed was it was very repetitive. It was very repetitive. It was very repetitive. It was saying, you need to just do one thing. Pick one thing and do it. You need to do one thing. Pick one thing. And I'm like, I don't get why this is so repetitive. Well, it was repetitive because people don't know how to do that. People don't know how to do that. We don't actually know as a culture and as a people, as humans, as existence, whatever the fuck, humans, we don't know how to just do one thing. It's very difficult for us. The mind gets in the way. We've been trained to... How often do you notice where your attention is? I do this as my symbol for attention. It's like, do, right? Because you're focused. You're looking for stuff. Right? Look at this. Look at this. Look at that file. In that space where you were looking at that, how much of your mind went, I don't want to look at a flower, I'm fucking stupid, I want to watch this video, oh my god, right? But the experience that I gave to you, right, I'm like, look, check this out, here's a flower, boom. And you look, and you're like, but this is a part of the video. This is a part of the video, right? So one of the things that's really easy to get used to is just do what you want. Be with the experience that you're having. Go where you're going, right? Make a decision and just start doing it. Like, there's no reason you need to, like, not do it. You'll work through all the stuff that's preventing it after the decision, right? You say, okay, this is how it is now. This is what I want now. This is where I'm going now. And all the stuff that gets in the way will pop up, but you'll already be moving through that. Change happens at the moment of the decision, right? It doesn't happen later. That's the process of change, right? When you flick a switch, right? You're in a bedroom, you flick a switch, and the light bulb comes on. There's a whole lot that happens between there, but you already flicked the switch, right? Light bulb's on. Things are changed. It's happened. The process comes later. The process comes after. You work through it later. You work through it after, okay? And I say this because I want you to be more aware of what it is that you're doing on a daily basis. I want you to be more embodied. I want you to be more empowered. I want you to take yourself to a place that you don't want to go, but you actually do want to go because you're powering through stuff, right? You make a decision and some shit happens. It's very cool. It's very cool, right? A lot of times we're scared, but sometimes fear is helpful, right? Fear empowers you because it gives you a good picture of what you don't want, but it also gives you the awareness that you're powerful, right? Warriors, you're strong. See, I don't always know where I'm going with these videos, but the main thing for today is just make a decision and act on it. I want to change your behavior. I want to change your actual decision making. I don't want to change your your biology or your makeup. Those things are great. You're a person, right? You're focal, you're human, you're here. That's great. What I want to change is what you're doing, right? I want to change what you're actually doing, where you're going with your life. I don't know where you're going with your life. I don't know what this looks like for you, where you are at right now. But just be at peace, right? Things are going to happen how they're going to happen. Life is going to happen how it's going to happen. You can share whatever you want to share when you want to share it. See, I'm out here, I'm making videos on the street. People are probably looking at me like, well, why are you on the street? What are you doing? Why don't you do that inside, right? Because we have ideas that we're supposed to do this stuff inside, right? There's a car. I don't know these people. I don't know any of these people. But I'm here because I want to help you to grow. I want to help you to see more of yourself in the way that I see myself, in the way that others see themselves as empowered, right? An empowered being, right? You're strong. Your subconscious and conscious, subconscious other than conscious mind doesn't rule you, right? Your habits don't rule you. You can break a habit. You can change a habit. You can go a different direction. Just choose a different thing. Say, you know what? No, we're gonna do this now, right? And it happens. The process happens. You are the process, right? You're sprouting like I don't know what kind of flowers you like. A violet. A violet. That's what I thought I'd say, but it's there, right? My metaphors aren't always the best. Check out Stefan Molyneux if you get the time. I don't know how many of you guys actually follow the videos that I put out for their own sake, like, doing things for their own sake. But check out Stefan Molyneux. He's got some great stuff. He's got some great work. It's really helpful. He shares a lot of useful perspectives that are helpful. The NAP, he talks about non-aggression principle, non-violence, and essentially the idea is that good can be defined in this way. If you have infinite good and infinite bad, it's preferable to have infinite good, right? It's preferable to have excitement. It's preferable to have happiness, because the things that you don't like, right? Let's say, stealing, theft, rape, murder, all these things that we collectively still hold on to. A lot of those things can be cured by picking different ideas. That's not what I was going to say. I need to get less self-conscious around people. That's why I'm out here, right? Self-transcendence of my own self, helping you. But this idea from Stefan Molyneux, okay, this is important. I want to finish this. It's the NAP. It's the idea that it is infinitely better. It is infinitely better to be infinitely excited, right? To move towards excitement, to move towards freedom, to move towards happiness, because you are those things already. You move towards them, right? And you gain strength. It's infinitely better to do that than it is to move towards violence, right? You can learn from those experiences, but if you think about it in terms of the NAP, which is essentially the idea that if you have two infinite options, right, or I'm paraphrasing because it's a very complex principle. You can't understand it in the way that I would prefer until you read his book, right? Check out his book. It's literally called the UPB. It's called UPB. I don't even remember. Look, just Google Stefan Molyneux UPB, okay? But essentially, he references the NAP, which is the non-aggression principle. And from that, either from that or through that, he creates an entirely new mindset about what it is to be a peaceful person, to be a peaceful parent, to be a peaceful being. And in that experience that he made, you can gain a lot of wisdom, right? You can gain a lot of wisdom, which will allow you to basically transcend your own more negative desires, negative, not with the connotation of like bad, but just less than positive, right? The most positive things that you can do is self-transcendence, right? Working on yourself, focusing on things that you want, being the person that you want to be as much as you can. And in these experiences, I'm picking my nose here. In these experiences that we have collectively, as you shed more and more of the experiences that you don't like, right? You're always teaching, you're always sharing, you're always helping, but there's a way that you can learn on your own by being, I say, focally directed, okay? It's the idea that when you're afraid, when you're moving through things, when you're deciding things that maybe you're not sure about, right? Get focused. Say one thing, do one thing, act one way, make one decision, and just move on it, right? You just move on it. You don't have to be a predator to be strong. You don't have to be violent to be powerful. You're already powerful. No one can fuck with you. No one can do anything. No one can do anything against you because you are you. You understand? I have more ideas that I want to share in this way about the non-aggression principle, UPB, other ideas that I've picked up along the way that have helped me to shed more of my perspectives, more of my ideas, and have helped me to become a better person. They've helped me to become a better human being, a better being, to be more interested in others and their experience. And I've tried the other way, right? There was a time when I tried, people don't matter, people are stupid, no one's as woke as me, I'm amazing and other people suck. Like those perspectives Those perspectives are useful too, because they made me realize, yeah, that's kind of a stupid way to live. Like, you're really just going to end up isolating yourself. And I want you to be free. I want you to be connected, collected, right? With others, with other beings, actually having cool fucking experiences with more than just your own self, your own species, right? It's good when you get out there. It's good when you get moving. It's good when you get exploring in the world, the things that you want, because more things begin to reveal themselves to you as you make this experience happen for yourself, right? So back to UPB here, okay? So, and I've played with this idea a little bit myself. I kind of made a mind maze that I didn't really like so much, but I went through it, and what happened was I realized that even in the bad, right? Even in the bad, there is still good, right? You can still have a peaceful and pleasant experience when you're in something that you don't like. I think of Mandela, right? Think of Mandela. He didn't allow people to take his freedom from him, right? He's locked up, right? You could be locked up, you could be in prison, you could be locked away, and you can still not allow others to take your freedom from you, because you are free, right? You are free. You know, you have a bed or a roof or a room or a cup or whatever. You can do whatever you want. You can feel however you want. You can act whatever way you want, and people can respond to you and the beauty that you choose to output into the world. And in that experience, you grow. But through that growth, through that growth, either is good. You realize more of what you want. And what you want is integration, right? What you want is wholeness. What you want is fullness. You want to move towards the highest good, the best good that you can create in the world at any given time. At any given time. And I say this because I created this idea. It's called the Infinite Greg. Right? My name is Greg, and I don't know if you guys know this. I'm sure you do if you follow these videos, but the idea was that I'm essentially infinite. There's a bunch of stuff that I could be doing right now, probably a bunch of stuff that I'm doing if parallel realities are a thing, right? But even in that experience, I'm still one being. I'm still myself, right? I'm like, you make a decision and you go somewhere, right? And you do something. People are learning from you, right? They're being trained by you. Like, I think of soldiers. I don't think of like a classroom is good, right? These are all forms of training. These are all methods of training, weapons training, right? You're learning. But the idea of the infinite Greg, let's say, right, is that you move through parallel states of reality in every given second, right? So right now, you might not be having an experience that you like, right? You might be wanting to go somewhere new, try something new, talk to new people, all this stuff, right? Have more fun. You might. But you also might be, feeling depressed, feeling ecstatic, feeling excited. Be any of these things, right? I don't know how you're feeling right now. You do, right? You do. You can think about it. You can feel it. You can be with it. But I know you. It is you that has the power. It is you that has the power to change your own situation, to change your own being, to become your highest good in the best way you possibly can. You have that power. You have that decision. You can make those decisions. There's no need to wait, right? You don't need to go through 1,000 years of struggle, 100 years of struggle, a year of something you don't like. There's no reason for that. You can just start doing what you want. You can just start having the experience you love, noticing things you like about the world, and being the way that you fucking want. Okay? Check out UPB. See what it's all about. It might be interesting to you. There's a couple of books that I'll probably be mentioning at some point. I want to move towards a more peaceful earth. I want to move towards a more peaceful society where people treat each other fairly, in love, in security, in fairness. And we have collective ideas about security, what that means, right? It means like, I have to hold on to this. Like I have to keep this. It has to be mine. There's nothing that I can, right? Like this guy, right? He's driving a Tacoma. Okay. Now, I don't know how he feels about his Tacoma. It's a very beautiful car. But if he's like most people, right? Most people who are on their way, let's say, he probably operates in a way that, I've got to make this bill. I've got to pay this car. Like, if I lose this car, I lose everything. This is how I'm getting girls. This is how I'm being cool and awesome. If I don't have this amazing, very beautiful black Tacoma, I'm nothing. Like, I'm nothing, right? I'm nothing. I don't, and I don't know if he feels that way. I hope he doesn't. But he might, right? He might feel that way. He might feel like his possessions are defining him, or his the things that he's like doing and getting are defining him. You're already perfect though, right? The whole point of being here is so that you can have more experiences, so you can just get to know more of what you fucking love, right? And as you continue to do that, you'll continue to grow, and as you continue to grow, you'll continue to feel way better. So I say all this in love because I want to share with you more ideas like this, more things like this, so that all of civilization, all of culture can become more integrated in a more integrated and positive way, right? I'll give you another little tidbit about the Infinite Greg saga of my life, okay? So essentially, I felt like, and this is what I felt like, part of me felt like this. I was going crazy, right? I felt like, oh, I'm going crazy. I'm so awake, right? Some people who experience what you call enlightenment, right? You just wake up. You go through that where you're like, oh, the mind, it's so much. I don't know what to do. Well, the experience that I was having was very unpleasant. It was just very, very, very unpleasant for me. And I was in these rooms, and all these things were happening. I was surrounded by people. Sometimes it was like medical staff, or essentially people who were wanting to listen, wanting to help, right? Friends, family. And what happened was, in this experience, I grew so much in my own mind, in my own consciousness, that I realized that there's a space, and I think we collectively call it God, where the experiences that you're having aren't unpleasant. Like, everything is beautiful, positive, blissful, happy, but you pick which ones you prefer, right? And I wanna lead us into a place where, as a culture, as a society, as a species, as a race, we can collectively understand that we do prefer peace. We do prefer happiness. We do prefer courage, right? Courage is a big one. If you can begin to embody more courage in your life, if you can begin to embody more happiness in your life, you will experience more of what you like. You'll experience more of the things that make you happy, because happiness breeds happiness, right? Happiness creates happiness. Love creates love. Sharing creates sharing. And so as you work through these perspectives, as you work through these ideas, and hopefully they really challenge you, right? Hopefully they really challenge some of your own ideas and perspectives about yourself. But as you're working through these and sharing, I want you to continue to embody the experience, right? Just really be with it. It'll help you grow, right? Sometimes you have to squeeze the lemon to get the juice. But once you get the juice, man, it's delicious. It's delicious, right? All right, I've gone 18 minutes. This is one of the longer videos. This might be harder to sit for. I gotta get to the gym though. I'm having a neck thing. My neck gets worked up when I stand around because my posture is not how I like it right now. So I'm going to the gym, and I'm in there 5 hours a day. I'll be putting out way more videos as I go. And it's because I want to correct these things, right? I want to make myself better. I want to have better experiences for myself so that I can look better for others. Vanity is fun, right? I don't mean it in that sense. I mean it more in a sense of wholeness. Like, when you care about yourself, right? You care about your physical body. You care about your vehicle. You care about how you feel on a day-to-day basis. You do more things to help yourself, right? I went to the store yesterday, and I bought Hot Pockets. Okay, I bought Hot Pockets, and I was a little bit upset at myself for buying Hot Pockets. And it's because I didn't need them. Like, I wanted them, right? I wanted these Hot Pockets very badly because they're delicious. But I also wanted to live more healthy. I wanted to have a more healthy experience for myself. And so in doing that, I just began to have a better experience. I began to notice that, maybe I should go pick up more things that I like apples and pears and papayas and these kinds of things that make my body feel better, right? That feed my body, because your body is mostly water. Your body's mostly water. And as you begin to eat more healthy foods, you'll notice that a lot of the more healthy foods consist mostly of water. they mostly consist of water. Water is life, right? We need water to survive. All cultures that I'm aware of, especially that I've read about, we used to fight over water. We used to literally, we would go to war over water because water is such an important tool for our growth, right? This is why right even now, if you live by a lake, your property skyrockets, right? You might be on a $500,000 property, but if you're on a lake, it's $3 million. It's because we still have collective ideas, and they're beautiful, but we have collective ideas about the fact that we need water close by to survive, right? We still hang on to a lot of ideas about survival, right? Supermarkets, things like this. If there's no store nearby, I can't get anything I need. All these things are very, 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 very pleasant, beautiful, awesome, exciting. But you don't need them to survive. You will survive, right? Especially if you're meant to. If you're meant to do something important, things will come to you. Things will just come to you, right? I'm going to talk about ideas about money, and I have resistance to letting go. The word letting go, but that is what it is. You're not. It's not that you're like letting go of its existence. It's just that you're not binding yourself. You're not tying yourself to the idea that you must have this to survive. Here's a great example right now, right? I almost traded a guy for a PlayStation 4 a few months back. I almost did. I didn't, but I almost did. And in between those months, I kind of looked at some of the games that PlayStation 4 had, and I said, you know what? I really like these games. It has a great selection of games. Some of these games are freaking awesome, and I really want to play more of them. I would really like to experience more of them. And as I did that, right, as I had more of that experience, I noticed that there was something amazing. There was something amazing about PlayStation that other consoles didn't have. It was that PlayStation has some very unique games. There's some very unique games that PlayStation has that other consoles, they don't really have them so much. And what I did from that place was I showed up. I showed up for the game, right? And what I mean is, when I moved to Florida, my roommate had a PlayStation, and they had several of the games that I wanted, and I was just ecstatic. I was like, "Whoa! Like you have a lot of the games that I want," but I didn't have to buy them, right? I didn't have to buy any of these games. I didn't have to purchase anything. It just came. It just showed up. I didn't have to go anywhere. Even one of my roommates, for his brother, it was his brother's birthday, and we did some cool stuff for that. We hung out with some people. It was very fun. But the game that he bought his brother for his birthday is Spider-Man 4, okay? And that game is for PlayStation 4. And I very much wanted that game for myself. Now I kind of have a preference, some ideas, a preference to do things by myself, right? So I'll kind of probably wait until they're out of the house to play the game, and I will enjoy it very much. But I got it. It came. It showed up, and I didn't have to pay for it or do anything at all. I just was the best person that I could be and started moving towards more freedom, right, or integration, and that just began to happen. So that's what I want to share with you today. Just continue to do the best that you can in life. Be the best that you can be in life. In the trials, the tribulations, whatever you want to call them, things that come that help you to grow, the challenges is a good way to look at it. They're here for your growth. They're here to help you be strong. They're here to help you be whole. Whole as in bigger, better than you are now. I want that for you, right? I want you to be the best that you can be. I want you to be more than you are. Not in a way that makes you think that you're less than you are now. You're perfect. But I want you to be more in the sense that you learn, right? You learn more about yourself. You learn more about the things that you actually fucking want, and you start doing them, and they get you excited. And the more excited you are, the more you notice, yeah, I love this. I want to do this thing more. I want to go more places. I want to talk to more people, right? I want to do more things that get me hype. And so you just do more things that get you hype, and more of that comes, right? I'm going to end this video with a short wrap up and a goal. So we talked a lot about self-transcendence today, a little bit about goal setting, being self-directed, all these kinds of things. UPB is a big one. Empowerment. I want to talk about empowerment, and this is mostly what this channel is for. And I want to share with you one final thing that you could do, okay? Because I want to give you things that are actionable, things that you could actually just fucking do. And find paper, find something to write on, and I want you to write down one thing, one thing that you love about yourself, and one thing that you can improve upon. And with the one that you can improve upon, I want it to be something that you can really do, okay? Something that you can really do. Like, let's say that maybe you say, I love the fact that I'm strong in the face of danger, or I love the fact that I'm adventurous. That's a good one, right? I'm adventurous. And so you say this, I love the fact that I'm adventurous. It's awesome. And that's a good thing. And then after that, right, the second thing that you can improve upon, you say, you know what, I want to be more adventurous. I want to do more adventurous things. Because you could improve on being adventurous. You could be more adventurous. And so you say, I want to fly a plane, or I want to travel to a mountain. That would be something that you could improve upon, right? That would be something that you could directly do. You could actually go do it right now. That would help that quality grow. And I want more experiences like this for you. So I'm gonna keep popping out these videos out here in Florida. This is what I'm doing for you because I want you to grow and be the best person that you can be at all times. I love you very much, and stay excited.